Ready. Blue ready.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Kill.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
That's good for Buccaneers. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
White.
Danny. 57. Mike, 57.
On first and 10, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They're indeed going. It's Winston. He's got Evans. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Winston now to throw on 1st down. That's caught by Howard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. A 1st down throw for Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Winston, the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Just like that.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. On 2nd down. It's Sanders, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Jones, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Easy. Green, triple T.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Jameis again. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And able to work his way down to the 16. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Jameis to throw it. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Here we go. Back. 120. 2 Jen.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up.
Wentz now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From midfield, here's Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jim. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series? And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. after the sack on first down. Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. 120.
One set. Eyes up. One set.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Levante David in on the tackle.
He was brought down by Levante David. No gain.
Throwing on second down. Wentz. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. On second and 9, Wentz. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On first and goal, Howard. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Throwing is Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. On play action, Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And now on is the field goal unit. And, boy, this is speculative at best, crazy at worst. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Winston to throw it this time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Easy. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now Winston on 4th down. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down and 4, Wentz, and his pass incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now, 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
54. I'm coming after you. 57. 57.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. Looking for Sanders here. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
If this was boxing, you think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered. But this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Winston now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Back now in Tampa, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, Winston. Oh, look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Winston now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This is caught, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad Perriman, 26 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. They'll throw again. Winston. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw.
And now here's another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Following the interception, Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 46 yards. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 59 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
White 25. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. White.
Jameis now on first down. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Derek Barnett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 13 yards.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he finds Howard complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Throwing, Winston. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
That's going to be a long day. Check 37. Check 37. Say.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. This one complete to Scott Miller. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 89 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. Shotgun now for Wentz. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Ready. Black 25. Hey. 5 on the 50.
Winston here to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. Blue 80. 53. Mike. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Jameis to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Granted, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the red zone now, Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. This is Jones, and he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking it in from 4 yards out as the Buccaneers tack onto their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because they're...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Both say, here we go.
Henry.
Here we go.
Hey, we got tight left.
Out. 3 down.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Ready. Black 22.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Let him go.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 82 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they got both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt.
18-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Eagles.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And some space here. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 48 yards. They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. That's an old, and oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
That's our ball, baby. Go in the other way.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow one of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Easy, easy, easy.
Stay at home. Stay at home, stay at home.
Let's go. Let's go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. On 2nd and 9, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Wentz. The Sanders has got it, complete. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
It's a gain of 6.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Wentz's throw taken in by Sanders. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. On 1st down, Sanders. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Right there.
Tackle.
Tighten up. Kill.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And it's caught. And he'll only only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Try to punch it in with Howard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Here's Winston. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Check 24. Check 24. Sonny, let's go. It's time to play.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Winston. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. They're indeed going. It's Winston. He's got Evans. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Throwing now is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
557. Bravo.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On first down, Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Again, it's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
10 yards there and an Eagle first down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He'll try and run it. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
64.
Here's Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Buccaneers' 28-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home,
Now they'll throw it. Wentz letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go, Abby. What you got? What you got, Abby?
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very solid gain of 27. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is third and goal.
6-yard gain.
From the gun, Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would kiss it on the ground.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Wentz going to throw. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running with Howard. Bo Allen on the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Wentz. Now he's flushed out left. He'll run it. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
82, 82. 54, right there.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Well, throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Winston now. And this is caught by Evans. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
4-7's the mic, 4-7's the mic.
They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs.
I got you.
Jameis to throw it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach,
and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. William Golston. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
There we go. Back man. 180.
Don't get nervous.
81.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
He don't know no better.
Check. Switch.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 29-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Winston to throw it this time. He completes it to Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 29 yards. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the 2-point conversion. Throwing, Winston. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coaches...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 79 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston flush to his right. And he finds Howard complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Black 25. Green, triple team.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line. Flip.
They're looking to throw this. Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 17. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
To throw is Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
47.
Now Winston. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That is caught. It's Perriman. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw, Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Rashad Perriman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And the pressure gets to him again. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.